Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is my 8-week pregnancy update. Talking makes me out of breath. Also, we have a special guest here. This is little Nevie, my mama's dog. I'm dog sitting at the moment. So I am currently 9 weeks and 2 days pregnant. So I'm going to talk to you about the last week of the 8 weeks. You know the drill. This is what we're doing. So symptoms wise for me during the 8 week has been a really good week. I feel incredibly lucky at the moment that I literally suffered maybe a week, 10 days of real like nauseous, motion sickness. That has completely subsided. The main symptoms for me now is just being really tired. I am exhausted. I do tend to drift into tired mode sort of early afternoon, around 2-3ish, and as it's summer holidays now, I'm actually just really enjoying chilling around that time rather than doing extra work. Yeah, so anytime between like 1 and 4 is when it really hits me. But apart from that, like 8 week has been a good week. I just looked back over my notes and the only things I can really see on there is that I've started to suffer a little bit of lower back pain. It's on my, if you were stood behind me, it's my left butt cheek. But obviously it's like my right. Oh yeah, my left. Am I alright? I don't think so. So yeah, it's like the very top of my left butt cheek. It's my lower back. It's just a really sharp, intense pain every now and again. It doesn't last all day, it comes and goes, but it's more often than not. Especially in the evenings, I tend to, like if I'm bending over, picking something up, or sometimes even getting up, I feel like it's really pulling in that back bit. And it's not nice, but I mean, that out of a lot of things I could be suffering with, I'm feeling pretty good about. Anything else? Appetite is still in full force. If anything, it's just like too much. I'm expanding and I am eating a lot at the moment. Sorry, this dog. Come on then. Come on then. Come on. I don't know what she wants. I'm eating a lot. What I've actually noticed, like rather than cravings or aversions, like food aversions, there's nothing in particular that I don't fancy and there's nothing in particular that I do, but it's more I've noticed the things that I am fancying is a lot of like comfort food, and that's not been great when it's been like 30 degrees. But I mean, it's been a lot of things that I used to like eat a lot more when I was younger. So for instance, this week I bought a box of Shreddies and randomly I've been eating bowls of Shreddies throughout the day. So sometimes I eat it about 11:30 in the morning, sometimes I eat it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes I eat it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's just a bowl of Shreddies with milk, nothing else. And I used to eat Shreddies a lot when I was younger, so that was a comfort. And then other things are just like comfort meals like spag bowls and tuna pasta and just carbs basically. But it seems to be a lot of things that stem more from my childhood, which is really funny. It's quite nice actually. It's very like nostalgic, like the foods that I'm fancying. And also I just shouldn't shop when I'm hungry because I just pick up all the chocolate. Dan was really sweet this week as well actually. We both, not just me, fancied homemade cookies one evening. So at 8 o'clock one evening, I think it was like Wednesday or Tuesday, he made homemade cookies, which was insane. So yeah, it's really funny actually. So my sort of food preferences in the earlier stages, like not earlier because I'm still early now, but when I first found out was a lot more of the sour and the salty, whereas now I am going more towards the sweet. I'm still loving nectarines. I'm really loving grapes as well. I'm like loving those cold. Everything's still got to be cold. I've not had any hot drinks still. I did try a little bit of coffee today, but it's just a hot drink vibe. I'm just not feeling. I'm preferring more like cold drinks. This is just a cafe latte flavoured milk. So, you know, full of rubbish, but that's what I'm wanting. And literally drinking bottles of water. Another thing you can see, I started to break out a little bit on my chest, just tiny little pimples. Still on my face a little bit, but it's only like here and around my lip area. I don't have any on my forehead. I get a couple on my cheeks, but apart from that, it's been really, really good. Oh, also in the 8 weeks, just to let you know if you're eating, TMI, constipation. Yeah, I am eating fibre. I am having Weetabix every morning. Obviously, I'm not drinking coffee, but I'm trying to have things that help with the movement. Yeah, really struggled a few days. It's getting a bit better, but it's just horrible. Like, you feel bloated as it is, let alone with being constipated as well. It's just not ideal, to say the least. So enough about me. The boobs are still a little bit sore, but they're not as tender to touch anymore, so that's nice. This week I actually bought my first maternity bra. I bought 2 from Marks and Spencer's with my mum, and I also brought a nightie. Am I right? Yeah, I bought a nightie from Marks's as well. I got it in like a size 16. Just wanted it super big, super floaty, and I have been living in it, to say the least. So it's all about comfort for me at the moment. So we had a really exciting week this week in regards of we had our first appointment. I had my booking appointment, so I went to the hospital, which is where I've been told to have my midwife appointments, and that was on Thursday. I was really nervous because obviously you have to have your bloods taken, and I've never had blood taken before, but all was well. It was a really exciting appointment. She said that I am very low risk. I seem perfectly fine and healthy, and if this carries on, then it's going to be a lovely pregnancy, which I am like praying that it does continue. So that, yeah, they basically just try and suss out your dates a little bit and all your family history, and they take your bloods and your urine and your blood pressure and all of that. So I had a little palaver with my bloods. So she started off on my left arm. She was brilliant actually, because she sort of said, how are you with bloods? And I sort of said, oh, I've never actually had them done. And then Dan, because Dan came with me, which was lovely, he sort of turned around and said, put it this way, she's not fussed about giving birth, but giving blood, she's crapping herself about, to say the least. So she really took her time. She strapped my arm up, because my veins don't come up very often. You can see my slight bruise here from where I had it done, but my veins just don't show. So she basically strapped my arm up, and then she really took her time prodding and finding where my vein was popping up. So she found it on my left arm, popped it in, sharp little scratch, like it felt fine. Got a first tube, because they do 3 tubefuls to check for all the different diseases and stuff like that. So she got one, and then she said as she went to get the second, it just was a slow drip, whereas normally it flows straight out. It was just dripping. So she left it in from my arm for a bit, and then she said, look, I'm going to take it out, try it in your other arm, but we'll give you 10 minutes. And I did feel a little bit funny. I think I was just over nervous. It was very hot, and I think because it not worked properly, I was a little bit like anxious. So I laid down on the bed for the second one, and she put it in my right arm, and like literally I don't even have a bruise. Like, it's perfect. It was lovely. She put it straight in, and I got another 2 tubes, and it was fine. So it wasn't as bad as what I ever thought it was going to be, which was lovely. But yeah, so she told me that she thought my dates were around about right, that she thinks I'm about 9 weeks on that appointment. So obviously that was exciting. And she said that my due date at the moment is the 1st of March, which is really nice. She said that that would probably change when we have our dating scan, which is what we're now waiting for. We should receive a letter within the next couple of weeks to tell us when our scan is. And then I'll be able to tell all you guys, which is really exciting, and you will actually be watching these videos. So fingers crossed that comes soon. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Just feeling good generally, bit tired, backache, but food's good, drinks are fine, and yeah, we had our exciting appointment, so it's all go from here. I also told my grandparents this week, I'm not sure if I told my grandparents. They took it really well, so it's very, very exciting. So let me read you a little bit about week 8 in regards to baby. So it says, this is sort of what it looks like here, which is adorable and creepy. So it says your baby's head is still larger than the rest of his body, but his facial features are continuing to develop. They now have a tongue and nostrils. You can see the tip of their nose, while his jaw is fusing to shape his mouth. The next 8 days are crucial for the development of their eyes and inner ears, responsible for balance and hearing. Most of the baby's internal organs, such as the heart, brain, liver, lungs and kidneys, have developed in their basic forms. The intestines are starting to develop in the umbilical cord. The heartbeat has normalized and the pumping capacity has increased. Under the paper thin skin, you can see the network of blood vessels. Up to now, your baby's framework has been made up of cartilage. Now bone cells begin to replace this. The legs and arm bones are hardening and lengthening, and his joints start to form. They begin to move, although we can't feel. So basically, baby is wriggling and I can't feel it yet. Determined, I think it's picked the sex now as well. Like, it knows what gender it is, which they know from the beginning, but the actual genital area is like forming. And on my app it says it was the size of a strawberry, which is really cute. And yeah, it's just crazy that I've got a wriggler but I can't feel the wriggler. Let me talk to you about my skincare. I've started moisturising a lot at the moment. I've been using the Zoella Botanics Splash Botanics moisturiser. It comes in a little tub. I've been rubbing that all over my belly and my boobs and my thighs, and then sometimes I've been using the cocoa butter tummy stretch for stretch marks on there as well. But apart from that, I've been doing my normal skincare, and I have bought some bio oil which I am going to start using very soon. So enough of me, and thank you for watching, and tune in next time to see my next update. Let's hope it carries on being as it is. Bye guys.